satellite, and tons of people come with us, and even forces a merger between Sirius and XM. You can't have any more success than that. So now the thing is trying to say, Leno is like, well, nobody sees him anymore. He's not relevant anymore. I hear that a lot. In fact, this came up from a weatherman on KTLA, wherever the hell that is. I guess Los Angeles.
That's LA. That's LA.
A weatherman named Mark Kriski. They were talking about me on Letterman, and then, of course, he started in saying I was no longer relevant. Well,
he would know.
Because Mark Kriski's career is going so well. We all know the Kriski name. In fact, I think they just offered him a $50 million channel of his own over here at Sirius. But that's the rap now. You have to find something to knock me with, because really I'm unknockable. My career is very, very successful. So here's a guy, hopping on the bandwagon.
And the ongoing battle now between Conan and Dave. We have an interesting clip from Letterman last night. We have a super new producer.
I want to say something to this audience about loyalty. Dave put me on national television many, many years ago, before I was known. And I have stuck with Dave. I didn't like Jay. I never liked Jay. I can't stand Jay. Let me say something. Now we can talk.
Thank you, Howard.
I never seen anybody.
All right.
There's so much irony in what he's saying there, because he's saying Dave put me on before anybody knew who I was, and now he's still putting him on, and he's disappeared.
So it's kind of like
he's on both ends.
Howard Stern, of course.
Mark Kriski, let me tell you something about my career. I'd rather fucking put hot pokers in my eyes than be a goddamn lame weatherman in Los Angeles. You fucking retard.
People make fun of
who the hell wants to be the weatherman? The weatherman's a joke. The weatherman can't even be the anchor man. You're the weatherman, asshole. You can only dream of greatness. You never will be great. You're an asshole weatherman. The weatherman is nothing.
They're the court jesters of the news business.
Yeah, notice you're kind of becoming extinct. Either you got to find the hottest chick on the planet to do the weather, or you got to find this guy who's probably, I don't know what he looks like, but he probably looks like a guy who spray painted his head.
Oh, dude.
With the lacquered hair and the whole gosh darn thing.
Either you're a lacquered hair weatherman or you're the big fat jolly weatherman. Yeah.
I mean, come on, asshole. And quite frankly, if you want to put me down, let's compare careers. Okay. I was on terrestrial radio. I was #1 for a million years. A million years. Which you'll never even know what that's like. Don't think it's the weather that makes your station #1, 2, or 3. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. And then after terrestrial radio, after doing it a million years, and having the government after me, I decide to start up a whole new media format. And the thing is successful. They went from 600,000 listeners, and now here we are 3.5 years later, 4 years later, not even 4, 3.5 years later, to 20 million people in this company. 20 million. You can't even dream of this.
Plus, the industry you left is foundering. They don't know what to do. You haven't been, they haven't been able to replace you.
And as far as me being, not heard, trust me, more people know my name still, with me not being heard, than they know the name Mark Kriski.
Yeah, at least he had appeared once.
Here's the picture of Mark Kriski.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, he's the...
Here's the relevant Mark Kriski.
The Ken doll weatherman.
Mark Kriski's wacky approach.
Right, see, the court jester.
Yeah, wacky. You could see he's wacky with the facelift.
I'd love to have a beer with him.
Mark Kriski's wacky approach, quirky sidebar comments, and hilarious observations keep KTLA morning news viewers tuning in day after day. Well, I guess he is the reason they're all tuning in, according to this press release.
Oh, yeah.
Yet, when Mother Nature darkens the skies of Southern California, Kriski's weather knowledge and expertise shine through, placing him at the top of his field. A recipient of 6 Los Angeles area Emmy Awards and 1 Associated Press Radio Television Award under his belt, Kriski, guarantee you Kriski is going to be as irrelevant as anyone can be after they fire his ass after 2 or 3 years, because they got to replace him with a hot chick in a mini dress.
Maybe one day he'll graduate to traffic.
Right. Yeah. I'm not even sure. Like, traffic is a little below the weather guy. Yeah, a little bit.
They might be just a tad.
There's no graduating when you're the weather guy.
Here's how it works in local news.
Okay.
Traffic girl, lowest rung.
Mm-hmm.
Weather girl, or weather douchebag, second lowest rung.
In this case, weather douchebag.
You know, then you've got reporters, anchor people, sports people. Those people are the upper echelon.
People with real jobs. First of all, Howard, he does weather in L.A. Weathermen are needed in L.A. 3 days a fucking year.
Yeah.
So let me know if there's going to be a goddamn mudslide and shut up. Otherwise, it's 78 and sunny.
A native of Montreal, Canada, Kriski studied radio and television arts at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario. London, Ontario.
Yeah, right.
Not in London.
Not even the real London.
No.
The one in Canada.
Is it like Full Sail?
Mark longed to be in television, but worked his way up in radio first. He performed commercial voiceovers, becoming a radio disc jockey, and soon graduated to promotion director, which is, again, a woman's job in radio. Promotion director.
He's a broad.
Yeah, he's got a broad's job in news, and he's got a broad's job in radio. An experienced broadcaster ready to pursue his dreams, Mark landed his first job in front of the cameras as weathercaster on Canada's Weather Channel.
Anybody getting jealous yet?
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, and by the way, where's his weather knowledge coming from? The same place I get mine, Associated
He studied radio and broadcasting. He didn't study meteorology.
No.
It's like Rip and Read.
Yeah, he gets his weather from the same place I do.
I actually took a meteorology course in college. I'm not a weatherman.
You'd be way better, Fred.
He gets his weather from the same place I do my BlackBerry.
Yeah, there's a service that sends him a little notice to what's going to happen.
Yearning for experience, he picked up a second gig as weatherman at Montreal's local station and began hosting segments for a Canadian travel show. So in other words, he knows nothing about the weather. I tell you what, Mark, you fucking turd, come on this show and I'll ask you some meteorological type questions and we'll see what you know.
Yeah, see how you can get us out of the woods when the weather's going bad.
Win Fred's meteorological money.
I think the quip that really put him over the top was when he said, yes, it's ironic that he was on a show where he's talking about Jay is no longer relevant, but he is no longer heard.
No, Howard, this is what pisses me off about morons, okay?
Yeah.
Morons who use the word ironic because they heard Janine Garofalo say it and it's smart or something, and they use it wrong.
And it's not irony.
It's not irony at all. What he said was, it's ironic because he said Letterman had him on before he was known, and now Letterman has him on and he disappeared. No, what irony would be is if the reason you disappeared was because Letterman had you back on.
Yeah, well, he doesn't understand the word
That's
irony.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, he's the weather douchebag, and look at him.
He's the weather guy who doesn't really know he doesn't know the weather.
Steve Martin made fun of him in L.A. Story. If you watch the great Steve Martin, he's playing an idiot L.A. weatherman.
I got to tell you, I think it's rather ironic.
Ironic. You wouldn't know ironic if you crawled up your ass and built a fucking camp, Kriski.
Besides his full-time position at the KTLA Morning News, Mark has played newscasters in over 10 feature films.
Wow.
And done segments for Business World News.
He wasn't dirty work.
So I guess he does.
He acts like a newscaster.
Yeah, he wants to be the anchorman, but he's not going to be.
He acts like an asswipe.
Mark is actively involved in community and charitable causes. Yeah, as long as it gets on TV.
Right, as long as it gets him in the local newspaper.
Yeah. He does charity golf tournaments. And by the way, I never look at charity golf tournaments. Going and playing golf for the day is hardly him being charitable.
Yeah.
Guys who love golf will go play anywhere.
Right. He's not giving the money. He's hoping somebody will pay money to play with him.
Want to have fun for 4 hours for free? Yeah. Okay. And we'll give some money to the Cancer Society.
Let's see. Kriski lives in San Fernando Valley. He enjoys horseback riding, tennis, skiing, and hockey. And believe it or not, he's actually served as the Grand Marshal twice in Veterans Day and Christmas parades, which makes him even a bigger asshole.
It's an insult to veterans that happens.
Yeah, veterans. He's some veteran.
Yeah, what kind of veteran is he?
He's a veteran of the douchebag wars.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he won, the douchebag.
Those douchebag wars are still being fought.
Him and Billy Bush.
Here's what's ironic. I'm making the guy relevant for the first time in his life.
That's right. Now he's known.
Now he's known because of the irrelevant host.
That's irony.
That's irony.
Yeah, right. This guy, it's ironic. Shut the fuck up.